Welcome friends, we're back here in 7 days today and we're looking at Alpha 20. What's coming in Alpha 20? Well, who better to ask than Lathan Prime, who's the senior developer at the Fun Pimps, and of course Richard, who's the founder and co-owner of the Fun Pimps. And they're also bringing in a couple of friends here to speak about some new things in 7 days to die. And happy Thanksgiving for all of you who are celebrating it. So the format's going to be the same. I'm going to go through this whole 3.5 hour stream, whatever it looks like, and I'm going to cut out the pieces that I think are really relevant for you to look at and sort of compress it down to, I don't know, about half an hour or something, and give my commentary as well. These videos do take tons of time for me to do, but I hope you enjoy it. And if you do and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And if you all subscribe, thank you very much. And I also stream on Twitch every week, usually on Thursdays and Saturdays. So make sure you head to twitch.tv/Vedui42 and give me a follow there as well. But let's get in here and listen to Lathan and Richard.
Well, welcome everybody. We are tonight going to be doing the second A20 developer stream talk series. Is that what we called it? We call it something like that.
Close enough.
Close enough. I am joined by Richard Hunick, Brad Jacobs, and Robert Deschong, and a turkey.
Okay, so I'm Richard Hunick. I am one of the co-founders of the Fun Pimps, creators of 7 Days to Die, and tonight we have Mr. Brad Jacobs. He's a designer, a level designer, a mathematics guru. He's with us. He's going to be talking about random gen and showing off some good locations. And we have Mr. Robert Deschong, brains behind random gen.
Hey guys, I'm Brad Jacobs. I'm a senior designer here at the Fun Pimps. I make POIs. I also manage some of the features, and I did a design for the random world gen cities that we'll preview a little bit in the stream here.
Hi, I'm Robert Deschong. I'm one of the senior developers here, and I work on gameplay, all kinds of systems, and random gen.
Coincidentally, folks, tomorrow will be the 8th anniversary where Mad Mole, my younger brother, and I, we came up with this idea for 7 Days to Die. We got stuffed on turkey at my mom's house, and we were talking about games we were playing. We had both loved Fallout. We played Minecraft, and we're watching Walking Dead, and we thought it would be great to make a game that encapsulated all those elements into one game. And a few months later, we started 7 Days to Die off of that talk, that brainstorming session. Fast forward 8 years later, we have nearly 50 people working for us, and it's a really great team, and we're excited about the team's future.
Wow, I actually didn't realize that this came up I knew it was this long ago, but I didn't know the background of this. So that's really cool. And now they have 50 people. So those of you all to go they got such a small team. No, they actually have 50 people. Of course, they're not all working on 7 Days to Die. Some are working on that new cool game that they haven't told us about.
Yeah,
Okay.
One of the things we're going to be doing is we're moving to a stamp system that's a little less, complex and more leaning on quote unquote hero land features, stuff that's artist created for a mountain, and then placing those around the world. And we want to keep the replay value up, so the way it's set up, we can keep adding more mountains for it to select from this stable of mountains, whether it be based on biome or just in general. And we can do the same thing with hills and plains, and rivers will be making a comeback. We have some tech with our stamps that allow us to use one of the color channels to tell it where we want to place water and at what height. So now we can have artist-driven ponds and hidden areas up in mountains, or waterfall like in Naviscane. I mean, we're testing that out, but that's the idea. I mean, theoretically, it should be, should work and look good.
The goal that we've kind of set is to make a random world that has some order to it. It looks like an artist created it. It looks like a designer placed the POIs and locations in it.
So all that sounds actually really, really amazing. I was looking at the new generation. I saw the new options there of, the rivers and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's cool and everything, but Nitrogen has a lot more. But I think the new thing is that they're going to treat, I guess, specific areas like a mountain not as a POI, but sort of like a POI in that they're going to pre-create it and they're going to put that into the world, that as a feature, having a big crafted mountain from maybe they'll make 10, 20, 200, whatever. And then the game generator the map generator will put that in and then smooth everything out in between so that it looks awesome. So it's not like just, here's the generator just pulling up the mountain from the middle of nowhere. No, it'll make it look just awesome and fitting into with the rest of the thing. And that's actually a really nice idea. I like this. I hope they can pull this off to make it look really, really natural. And of course, rivers back. Oh, I wonder if we're going to get caves.
The speed of World Gen right now, the idea is to keep it at most 1 minute per kilometer. So like an 8K, we don't want to go over 8 minutes. 10K, speaking of the 3 new sizes for the maps, we're going to start with 6144 since that's the Naviskane size. We're not going to do the 4K. They felt real small. And 6K kind of feels about right. And then we have 8K still. And then we're also going to have 10K size maps. So you get an extra bigger sized map. But I won't, like, if a 10K shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to generate. And that's my hard goal. If there's problems like going over that number, it's something I have to look into, and it's like not acceptable. So we're going to try and keep it to where it doesn't feel like it takes forever to get into the game the first time.
And that's really interesting, and I think that's a good step to take, because it's been one of the complaints of vanilla generation has been so slow. You look at Nitrogen, which is like a tenth of the time or a fifth of the time to actually generate a world with a lot of different options.
So where am I going? Yeah. Am I just going to fly around and let them kind of...
Yeah, just kind of fly around, let them take a look. I mean, this is all work in progress stuff. Even the stamps, we're still like playing with them and trying new things and seeing what looks good.
Look to the south again, or whatever that was. No, go back, look around.
Now you can hold shift, and also if you do shift Q, you'll teleport forward.
Oh, look at that too. Yeah, the Snow Mountain Range looks great. It's I didn't even see erosion in it.
Yeah, that looks so much better than the previous one. It looks a lot more organic, not so jaggy.
So one of the things that Robert and Brad have worked on that we can't show today, but is that the cities will have like a curb tile set, so they'll have like sidewalks. I think that's something we're experimenting with. So Robert has added the ability to have the map be kind of like landlocked or potential for like water, right? You talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, there are land and water borders now. So sometimes you'll have just a high mountain border, and it's just to kind of break up that feel that it's not always an island.
Oh, that's really, really good. And it was needed because having water around can be really cool sometimes.
Yeah, we'll have multiple versions of these, like different mesa types, and they'll all be artist created, so they're going to be, really nice quality, and maybe have little hidden Easter eggs in them, or like, little ponds here and there, little spots to build a base.
I really like that. I think that, even at this early stage of it, it looks good. And coming back to the sort of the water versus a raised mountain border and everything, I think that's good, because when you're doing just water border, it can be really cool for building. You have all these water around you like you're on an island, but it also means you're losing a lot of the map, because all that is at the edges is taken up, and it can be up to about a third or something of the whole map that is basically just water. And because they still haven't given us that raft, no motorboats or anything, it's sort of a waste, actually. It can be fun to make a base build there, but otherwise people don't really go there.
Oh, and were we combining the burnt forest with the wasteland, Rick?
So we had don't be alarmed when you guys see the makeover that the wasteland is getting, where we felt the game is going to be stronger with a centralized forest biome or a prominent forest biome, and then we introduce biome difficulty in Alpha 20, where you can go into the desert and it's game staged up and the loot's better, like a multiplier of the game stage. You can go into the snow, it's even more multiplied. You can go into the new wasteland, which will be, it's kind of like we're taking the wasteland and the burnt forest and we're mashing them into one great new art set with burnt locations and more destroyed locations.
So that's an interesting thing. I mean, they've been doing that before. I mean, remember we lost the plains biome, and they said, no, it'll be good. You won't miss it and everything. But actually, I kind of missed the plains biome. It was actually pretty nice and everything. It wasn't the forest and it wasn't the desert, but it was a plains one. And now we're sort of going to be removing the burnt forest, and we're going to have sort of the wasteland, which has sort of aspects of burnt and wasteland in one. And it's not that it's bad if they make it look really good, but it also means that you sort of might lose a little bit of the variety that you have otherwise. And that, to me, that is a bit of an issue, because you might be wanting, hey, I want to have new biomes and new stuff, and not just reducing it and simplifying it. I mean, raise of hands, do you guys miss the plains biome or not? Let me know in the comment section.
So what you're looking at here is a list of districts. We're changing random gen cities to be based on districts. So different districts will have different POIs in them.
And I guess this is all kind of dry and everything, but it shows how they're sort of thinking about laying out the different districts and the POIs that are in there. One thing I noticed, though, was that if you remember on the left side, they had the actual water ones, like the docks 1 to 4 or whatever. And these ones are not made for RWG, for the random world generation, which is a bit of a pity, because I do miss those. If you remember in Navisgane, there's a few POIs that are on the water, and these ones never appear in the random world generated that they are creating within the game. And I think that's a pity. I wish they would find a way to actually put those in again, because a lot of them are actually really cool, and it would be nice to see them even in a random world.
15 bullets, that's enough for whatever.
That'll work.
This is a tier 4, so good luck.
Oh, it's a tier 4? Okay, well maybe we'll grab the AK also.
So
with the 40 bullets.
So isn't there about like 3 or 4 tier 4s that have already kind of been made for Alpha 20?
Yeah. I think we have at least 6 or 7 new POIs already, and definitely going to add a lot more than that. So
I would suspect it's more like about 12 or 13 if you count the small ones. But
Yeah.
6 or 7 really big ones. This one looks amazing.
Yeah, no, this looks really good.
And it actually looks cooler if you play it in the normal game instead of just the level prefab
yeah.
editor. It has all the effects of the burned biome and everything.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there's a new. This doesn't show it yet, but there's a new burnt zombie kind of shader that's been worked on. It looks amazing. Can't wait till it gets put in. I just saw a preview of it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So, for some reason, I'm not going to say why, but Unity doesn't want me turning my mouse anymore. The supporting ammo was 40 bullets. On the first run.
So
Well, I
you
guess
could
it was
kind
for a
of
tier
you could
1,
test
though.
kind of like playing as a pistol guy or a shotgun
Yeah.
guy or a
Exactly.
various melee guy.
Yep.
Oh, look at that guy.
So this is a really nice POI. It's got you can see the nice things about the roof and everything. That sort of a slant and everything. It's a cool new decoration thingy. So block types. That's really nice. It's nice that this is a little bit more open than the some of the other stores and everything, but it is a tier 4, and we need a lot more of the tier 4 stores or POIs in the game, because there are very few out there. So I really like that.
I think you had to grow up in the Midwest to know what that is.
Hey, everybody. There's the nurse.
Oh, the new nurse. Nice. Get to see her again.
Gotta love the creepy janitor.
Oh, the Hawaiian man. Oh, he looks awesome. Didn't seem to have the gas cloud.
His skin.
It's a little late now.
You can't see him now.
I shot his head off.
That guy is going to become in a future build a special infected.
Do you want me to just spawn him?
We call the gasser.
Oh, it looks really nice. I like the way he's swinging his arms. It's not like the usual one, but it's sort of like really swinging that fat around. Also going to be nice when he becomes that gasser with the real gas cloud around it.
Okay, so... Oh, good. The front door's open. This place seems friendly.
Look at that. That's cool. Eric worked with a lot of those new pieces, I think, to make the scale not be kind of overwhelmingly big, like a lot of times we've had to do. You can see how intimate this room is.
Yeah, toilets have been all redone.
This looks like a really nice POS. Well, a big one, but it looks unique and not like anything else that they've made. And I think that's an important thing of the game. We need to have a lot of cool POIs that sort of, not that they're cool in the sense that they are buildings that you've never seen before, but something that you can actually relate to when you're actually sort of playing the game. You go like, yeah, this looks like a real nice hotel and everything. Well, nice is perhaps not the correct word, but a hotel, and it's been nicely done. And the more POIs you have, the more variety you have in the game as well. So you don't have the same few POIs that are just repeating, because then you don't really want to keep exploring because you've seen everything that the game has to offer.
I think we could move on to Q&A, unless you wanted to show something small. Plan on incorporating options similar to Nitro where you can customize pre-gens. They're asking for some...
Well, we touched on that a little bit earlier. There's going to be several controls to control like types of terrain, how much of it, biomes, how much of it, different land features, how many of those you'll have. You'll be able to control how many rural towns and cities that your map will have as well.
Cool, and I think that's really nice to know that they're adding more features. So thank you, FunPimps, for slowly putting that in.
Will the Wasteland Burnt Biome hybrid have landmines all over the place still? We may thin those out. The plan for that area is to give it a low radiation and a game staging multiplier.
Yeah.
So for the more difficult biomes, you would walk into the biome, and on the HUD, on the UI, you would see, entering desert, and you'd see we don't know what the signifier will be, but it would be something similar to like a skull and crossbones that would, with a multiplier, letting you know how much game stage multiplier is existing. So the enemies and the loot will be better. And then snow obviously will be winter survival, desert will be hot weather survival, and wasteland will be radiation survival. Being kind of like the pine forest is going to be the neutral to game staging. Desert will be hot weather survival, and multiplied by, we're thinking something like 1.5x game stage and loot stage, and winter would be snow survival and like a 2x multiplier of game stage, loot stage, and wasteland would be a 3x multiplier with radiation survival.
And important to notice, when it comes to this, is that loot stage is a function of your game stage. So higher game stage means better loot stage, which means automatically better gear when you're looting.
Tinning, somebody asked about tinning. It's off topic, but the guys have worked on a tinning system for vehicles and player armor and some other stuff.
Nice, finally can have your pink vehicle.
Someone asked about canyons and the world maps. Yes, we will have canyons. The stamp system's allowing us to have, dig down into the ground and have, these canyons you can get stuck in or have to find a way around or across.
Nice, that's going to be really awesome. Grand Canyon, here we come.
My understanding. Somebody asked about Twitch integration. Yeah. We're gonna Lathan has been working on Twitch integration. It's a topic we feel we're very interested in as a group. We think that it's fun to play 7 Days to Die in an interactive way. So yeah, that's going to be official.
Yeah, I love that part. I mean, those of you who've seen me do Vanquish Vedui since back in, was it Alpha 16 or something? Alpha 17? You know I love that kind of thing where you can have viewer interaction. And I think even on the forums I was highlighting that something like year and a half, 2 years ago, and I was saying, hey, Fun Pimps, you really need some Twitch integration to allow viewer interaction. I'm so happy. Lathan, thank you very much. If you ever watch this, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, because I think it's just amazing. It's something that very few games have, even though it's something that is so big for a game to have in order to engage the whole community.
Somebody asked about, so will harder biomes make it so on horde nights or whatever you'd be getting harder guys if you were in the wasteland? No, I think it's the POI guys and the roaming guys. Blood Moon would be based on your actual game stage in that scenario. At least that's my take on it right now. That's a very good question.
It is a good question.
I think that would actually be really cool if the game stage, even for the Blood Moon Horde, would be depending. So if you make your Wasteland Castle because you really want to have a tough time, you get that even on Blood Moons, whether you are somewhere safer, like in the forest, a little bit more calm, maybe.
New vehicles, new trailer. No vehicle mods are kind of on the list for this build. We're going to try to get those in, but and some tinning work has been done, but so far no new vehicle.
Well, if you want more vehicles, there's always a lot of really cool mods out there that can give you more vehicles. So that seems to be available, but it's mods.
Come on.
Radiation zones. Radiation zones likely going to be low radiation over the entire wasteland, and you'll have to gear up with anti-radiation gear to go in there for prolonged amounts of time.
And this is something that come up many times, and I hope they put that in. I really hope they put that in, and it's not going to be temperature, but a little bit of radiation gear just to prevent some of that ticking damage.
The slightest bit.
A20 is not coming out Christmas, guys. You might see a little bit of the overview from the last video, the same video. It's got quite a bit of stuff in it. So it won't take a year and a half like Alpha 17 did, but we think we're going to be in a good spot in March. That's my best guess right now.
That is not an official, saying that it's no matter what going to be there. That is
don't plan on it, but
straight up guess.
I love this. It's they always give estimates that then overrun by 3 to 9 months, and then they always say we're never going to give an estimate again. And of course they still give estimates, which I understand. I'm a little bit too bad that it's not coming for Christmas, because I would love to see something at around that time, but I understand they want to do it right. Well, that's been awesome. It's a lot of information in there, and it's a lot of things they're showing, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, Richard, Lathan, and the team for taking the time to interact with the community, because I think it's so key. It's so important, because people are they want to suck up all this information and just listen and see what's coming, what's not coming, what's the thinking behind it, and it's just an awesome way to interact with the community. And I really thank you for taking the time and doing that, whether it's bi-weekly or every month or something. It's just really nice to see. And I hope all of you out there have enjoyed it as well. And keep tuning into news about Alpha 20. It'll be probably another one in about a month or so, they said. So hopefully we'll be able to see more and hear more cool things that are coming to the game. And if you have any thoughts about Alpha 20, why not put them in my comment section below? Join my Discord or catch me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Vedui42, whenever I'm streaming, which is usually on Thursdays and Saturdays. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you again.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.